Many of you may remember recently I spoke with Tavo Trav about what was happening at Casey City Council, and he was concerned about unregistered cars being taken away by the council. There's lots of people who are car enthusiasts in the Casey City Council area, and we were worried about the possibility of this happening, of them coming and fining people for having cars that they were doing up, worried about them taking away those cars. But unfortunately, I've met Mike here today. This is no longer a theoretical thing. This is actually happening. The council came and took 2 of his cars that he was doing up. So Mike, tell us about what's happened here.
Well, basically it started back in October. We had a knock at the door. Someone from the council spoke to my wife, said there's rules in place. You can't have any shipping containers on residential property or unregistered vehicles. We probably had 8 or 9 unregistered vehicles on the property, but bear in mind it's a good 2.5 acres. At that point, we started to get rid of a couple of cars because they belonged to friends that were just keeping them here while they were doing up the garage or doing various things. We then went away on holidays, came back, and there was some paperwork in the mail confirming that. That was okay. We've continued on to get rid of some of these unregistered cars. And then we had the council guy came in on January, knocked on the front door, spoke to my wife again, said, yep, look, we can see that things are progressing along. If it keeps progressing along, won't hear anything from us. Fast forward to Tuesday this week, my wife comes home from doing the school drop-off. Here's something out the back, goes out the back, and here they are loading up the 3rd of the 3 cars that they took away. To this point, we've had no documentation from them at all of that they were taking the cars, no receipt that they've taken the cars. We don't know where the cars are. And from what we can sort of gather now, it's not just cars on, whether they're on the property, front yard, backyard, it could be inside your garage, inside a trailer, anywhere. It just seems unreasonable they can come and just take property with no paperwork, no nothing. He basically said to my wife, the paperwork's in the mail. And that was it.
I mean, this is absolutely outrageous what's going on here. And if you're wondering as well, so Mike's told us he's never had unregistered cars out the front of the house, so there's no visual amenity issue. At the rear of the house here, there's no, you can't even see anything from the road, so there's no issues with that either. So, this is real council overreach here. We're going to have a look at what's the actual powers that they've got here, because it seems outrageous to me that they can come and seize property. It's harder for the police to do stuff like that. If the police want to come to your property and take things, they need a warrant, right? And you weren't served with anything. It just seems crazy that they've got this sort of power in the first place. But ultimately, your property is your property, and if you're into cars and you want to do up cars, you should be allowed to do that. I don't know why the council's got any business whatsoever in sticking their nose in here. If there was some sort of environmental problem, maybe they've got a case, but there's nothing like that going on here. They're just poking their nose into other people's business here. Yeah, well, we're going to follow this up and see what we can do further here to try and fix this, because I know how many car enthusiasts there are in Southeast Metro and particularly in the city of Casey, and we've got to stop this happening, because if Casey can get away with it, other councils will do it as well.